Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this week's episode on My Aligned Purpose podcast. I'm your host, Nicole, and I have special guest Chellie Carlson here with us today. And I'm so excited for everyone to meet you, Chellie. We got connected 2 months ago, March, down in California. We're in the same mastermind. And I just still remember that little morning walking into breakfast, and we had that amazing conversation about life and where we're at. And journeys and all these sorts of things. And I'm excited to learn more about you alongside everyone who's going to listen to this. Why don't you tell us, where are you calling in from and what are you grateful for today?
Oh gosh, I am calling in from Los Angeles, California. And today I am grateful for the opportunity to work outside all day.
Yeah, gorgeous. So, Chellie, we're going to hear all about it, but you are this incredible stylist. You've got an eye for fashion, for design, for beauty, but I know we're going to go even so much deeper than that of what that does for people, what it does for you. And I want to know, let's get right into it. And I often will ask this question because I used to teach high school. And so I think a lot about teenagers making this big decision about what they're going to do for the rest of their life. And I know when I was 18, I certainly
Yeah.
didn't know that I would be a business coach, podcaster, all these sorts of things. So take us back to like teenager Chellie. Did you know
Yes.
that this was going to be your path? And if not, or if so, what has been your journey to here?
To hear. I I'll back up even before teenager. So I grew up on a farm in Missouri.
Okay.
I got the love of fashion from my mother. She loved to sew. She was very creative and she would always encourage me to dress well. And she would go out of her way because in where I grew up in a small town, we did not have options for shopping. We would have to travel. There was no online shopping at that time. So we would have
Right.
to go to either like the Mall of America or different places to find clothes that I felt great in. So she gave me that gift. And then I studied fashion in college. Like it's always been in my blood since I was young. I've always had this capacity to just love clothes. I love sewing. I love fabric stores.
Mm.
The beauty of a good garment really is something I'm attracted to. So it's
And
in my blood.
it's in your
My
blood.
soul.
The work that you do right now, so you went to school for this, and then now you're working with high performers, high
Yes.
profile people. You're really supporting individuals to, my perception of it is to elevate how they feel in all aspects of their
All
life. And they can do that by how they look. And so, have you always been a business owner? Have you always
No,
had the company and the product suites that you
no.
have?
Oh no. I'll back up then. I got the opportunity to work for 20 years for a lingerie brand.
Okay.
One of the brand's styles was featured on the Oprah show and the
Wow.
company took off and I was hired. I had I found it on Craigslist. I
Wow.
never thought I would work for the same company for 20 years in retail. I had many different roles within the company, but my main role, one of them was to manage the territory, Midwest territory. So I got to go into stores like Bloomingdale's, Saks, and meet women who were struggling with their bras. I'd say 9 out of 10 of us are wearing the wrong size. So I would meet women who would come in the fitting room. They'd rather be at the dentist than showing me
Wow.
their boobs and trying on bras, right? But when they would meet me, they would instantly feel safe. They would feel comfortable just sharing what's going on, what's coming up for them. It was therapy for them. They would
Mhm.
say to me, most of my full busted women wanted to be smaller. My smaller wanted to be bigger. So there's so much shame held around the breasts. You're supposed to hide them, but no, you're supposed to look sexy and show them. So there's so much energy around that. So I was able to help women feel beautiful in the right size. They felt comfortable, confident, their posture changed, everything shifted, and they would hug me and say, what you just did for my bras, I want you to do for my whole wardrobe.
Wow.
So that's where the light bulb clicked. And I knew I come from a family of entrepreneurs. I knew I would have my own brand. And I'm very independent and entrepreneurial. And I just started, I was playing so small because I felt safe within this company. I was making, I'll just share, I was making no money in retail. but I had freedom and flexibility because I didn't have to work that much. And so I had that balance, that trade off. Then I started feeling so uncomfortable playing small when I knew that I was meant for so much more. And I would tell people, I'm going to start my own styling company. I'm going to be a stylist, or I am a stylist. I
Mm.
would tell myself, I got this. I'm a stylist. So I side hustled for 2 years, a year
And
and a half.
at what age were you
Oh,
when this
I
was happening?
30, like 38, 39. So I didn't found till 40.
Okay.
So this is for all of you ladies out there that are in your 20s and 30s thinking you're too late. Your
Mm.
time will come.
Yeah.
Trust me. And I started making more money side hustling than I did with my full-time job. And then 2 weeks before COVID, we had mutual termination.
Oh, wow.
Perfect timing, actually, divine timing. I got to focus more on myself, hiring coaches, doing some more inner work to then be able to prepare for what I've created now.
Mm.
When the world shut down, I was ultimately on unemployment,
Right.
making no money for a year and a half, like 20 to 21. And I hired a coach for $3,000, which for me, that was a, at that time, a very large amount of money. It
Hmm.
was like I was going all in to hire this stylist coach. She changed my life. She helped me create my signature service that I still use today.
Wow.
And so I'll emphasize my journey of investing in myself is the most important part of, in my opinion, being an entrepreneur and starting out. I'm still just investing everything back in me right now. I
Mm.
think so many women are afraid of that.
And do you think that because you had entrepreneurial parents, or do you think there was something else? Because when I hear you say, I wasn't making that much money and $3,000 was a lot of
Yes.
money. And I can see how there'd be two sides of people that would say, yeah, so I can't spend that money. What was it internally within you, within your mindset that you felt
Yeah.
like, no, I've
I
got to do this,
have
will
to.
work out?
Yes. I'll back up. I think there's another part that I want to share. So, with that investment, it literally unlocked. I had been charging hourly before,
Right.
which most other stylists are charging hourly. And then I would notice once clients did the 3 steps, that's when they received the transformation. So that's when we created the package. It literally changed my brain of, wow, I can actually, I want to give a full transformation.
Mm.
Now I get to charge. When I started charging what I charged back then, I thought there's no way someone would pay this much money. But it was my scarcity mindset was at the level what I was charging at that time. three
Totally.
years later, I charge over 10 to 15 times what I charged 3 years ago. It's, I've had quantum shifts in
Right.
value, self worth, and what I deliver for clients. So it happened for me really quickly in 3.5 years. And I'll also share, I founded with, at the age of 40, with less than $10,000 in
Mm.
savings.
Mm.
That's all. I had no husband. I had no one to catch me. I just knew deep in my body this was what I was meant to do. And it's so aligned with my human design, my Enneagram, my gene keys. Like, this is what I'm meant to do.
And you're
Was it
so good at
uncomfortable?
it.
No, thank you. But it took me 40 years. So I want everyone listening to think that's in their 20s and 30s that feels every day their society's telling you you're not far enough along, or you're looking at someone. Other stylists are constantly looking at me as, oh, she did that and it was so easy. No,
Yeah.
I've done the work to
Mm.
build the business, and your business will only grow to the level of that you grow personally.
Absolutely. Do you feel like, because business owner to business owner, and so many people listening to this have businesses or aspire to, there's so many facets to it, right? Like you start off and you're doing sales, you're doing marketing,
Everything.
you're doing it all,
Still
right?
doing.
Yeah, and your genius is transforming people through style. So when 2021 hit and you hired this coach and you upped your prices and you really created what is your signature package. How did you go about marketing that?
Marketing it.
And I guess even to go even deeper, how did you start to magnetize your ideal
Mhm.
client? Because it's
This is a
going to
great
be,
one.
yeah, it's going
Yep.
to be a very specific
This is,
person to pay what your
mhm.
transformation is, the investment is.
Yep. This is exactly, this is the perfect question. So, first of all, with the first part, okay, remind me the first part of it. It was
Like
the second part about
how did you go about marketing or
marketing, the
yeah.
marketing. Yes. So, marketing, it was all word of mouth. I had built just, I'd been in Chicago many years. It was all networking, reaching out to everyone I knew,
Mm,
sharing, this is what I'm doing. Here's who I'm looking for. Are you interested in this?
mm,
And then I would start, it was all my business is still built on word of mouth and referrals. 90% of my clients come through referrals.
yeah. And I
It
think
is
that
everything for me.
with My Line Purpose, we started 5 years ago as well. Our business will be five next month. And
Oh,
it's so fun.
congrats.
And
Yeah.
thank you. And we have coached literally hundreds and hundreds of people, and it's been all organic. We've tried ads twice, and they were a total flop both times. And our program, we only do high ticket. We don't do like low ticket courses, things like that. It's only a high ticket mastermind. And it's been all word of mouth. And I think exactly to what you're saying is like, you've, when you believe in what you're doing, you
Yeah.
will hit the pavement and tell everybody and ask them to tell everybody and
Yeah.
ask who can you help. And why do you think that women in particular get so caught up in asking people to share
Asking.
about what they're doing?
Yeah. It's been ingrained in us. And it's from society, right? It's play
Mhm.
small, be quiet, stay
Mhm.
in your lane. And men have no problem doing this.
No,
But
absolutely not.
it's all us, and it's in our DNA. And unfortunately, looking to other expanders and other women who show us what's possible is what I definitely do, and still look to other people as, okay, she's doing this, I could do that.
Mm,
Right. And
mhm.
just sharing, because people want, I mean, you're, it's shame on you for not sharing your gift.
Yes,
You
exactly.
have something really unique to share, and your job is to get it out there. And it's so uncomfortable. Every day I'm in discomfort, but I know I have to get up and do it because I have people to serve.
Absolutely.
Right.
And it's oftentimes choosing between two hearts. It's like, yeah, this is uncomfortable. And so was going to, like for me, used to being a teacher, like going to a job where I had to be there. I was
Yep.
capped on what I could earn. I had to teach the
Yep.
government regulated curriculum. No, thank you. I love being a teacher inside of my own company, creating my own curriculum, working with people who want to be there. But it's like that there are two hearts, and it really does come down to a choice. Let's talk about the
Do you want me
magnetic.
to go back to the second part,
Yeah,
your second part of your question? Yeah,
the
about,
magnetic piece.
so the way that I have, like, ultimately grown my business is every season I'm constantly wanting to become that next level client I want to attract. And this is
Mm,
my recommendation for everybody. Ultimately, when I founded my company, I knew in 2020 I had to become someone different who would be able to afford this service. And I knew I was building something that was a luxury bespoke service. And I'm constantly pouring into myself with all of the coaching,
mm,
masterminds, doing the work. And I'll share back to my first mastermind that really changed the game for me. I joined a mastermind in 2021. A coach named Danielle Langton was our coach. There was 9 of us women all over the country. So it was like Chris's mastermind, but small, just
okay.
females. And I joined this mastermind. It was $20,000. This was every dollar I had, I put into this mastermind.
Mm,
I 10x'd, more than 10x my business that year. And I give full credit to me making that financial investment and telling the universe, like, this is what I'm worthy of. And then I had to become a different woman,
mm,
surround myself with that group of women that was holding me accountable, was, and the coach that was coaching me. It was, I literally became a different person. And that's the way, if you want quantum growth, it's investing in
Absolutely.
the next level coach, in the masterminds, all of this. I like to share that because that group of women, that's where I created my membership. They said to me, Chellie, one mastermind, they were like, you need something for a lower ticket, potentially
Mm,
membership. And I said, okay, what are we thinking? And I was like, I do these style boards for my clients. Why can't I do them for groups of people and mass market them? And so I went back to my team, and less than 2 months later, we birthed the Style Society. And
mm.
now it's almost 3 years in and it's still growing. So it was just that idea. I would have not come up with that or held myself accountable had I not had
Oh,
a mastermind.
I believe so strongly in this too. I think like the other piece to investing in a lot of money is yes, then you're signaling to the universe. And I believe in that. And I also believe it's skin in the game. If you go and throw $29 at something or $99
This
at
is
something, and you're like,
girl,
oh,
it
it's
is
not going to
skin.
show up today.
You nailed it. And this is why I today I can look at a client in the eye on our Zoom calls and tell her investment. And it's a huge investment. And I know that by her investing that amount of money, that's she's going to get a deeper transformation, period.
Absolutely.
I'm giving her the gift of investing in herself because I have done it myself. So if you want to work with that high level client and you want to charge high ticket, you have to do that work yourself. Otherwise, it won't work. You will not be able to charge those prices.
No. And it's also like you said, that mastermind supported you to create your membership. And I think that goes to whether it's a individual like one-on-one coach or a mastermind, it's having somebody else breathe belief into you. Same thing in
Yep.
2021. We were a year into our business. Kayla and I hadn't hired a coach together yet. We had two separate coaches, and we were like, okay, we need a coach for the two of us that's going to show our business how to grow. And we hired, or we joined Fabienne Fredrickson. I don't know if you know her, but
No.
she used to live in New York. She lives in Paris now, and she's in her mid to late 50s. She's been in the coaching game before anybody else
Before
has.
it began. Yep.
Yeah,
She's
she knows what she's
30.
doing. Yeah. And the investment to that program was, it wasn't just the financial investment that was like, holy shit, this is
Well,
terrifying.
uncomfortable. Yep.
Yeah. It was 50,000 US and we're Canadian for 2 years. You had to commit to
2 years.
2 years. And
Whoa,
her,
that's
it's
unheard
insane.
of.
I know it was insane. And her whole belief was you need to spend that first year like really getting in, and you're going to like me as your coach so much. You're going to like this investment so much that you're not going to want to go somewhere, but you're going to want to keep staying coached. So sign up for 2 years.
Wow.
I think you could sign up for one, but it was like double the price. So you
That's
might as
bold.
well,
I love
if
that.
yeah, and
I'm
that
taking notes.
yeah,
Yeah.
that allowed us at that point, we had a year-long program, but I think that if I think back to baby Nicole and Kayla starting this business, I think we truly started a year-long program because we saw other people doing it and we were like, okay, a year. But once we invested in a 2-year-long program, we saw the importance of investment in time, of
Time.
why you commit to somebody over a long period of time. And now we have clients who've been with us for 5 years. They just keep
So
re-enrolling 4 years. It's because that's the thing.
incredible.
Money and time are, you've got to pay to play.
Yeah, could not agree more.
So
So
you created what you have going now. Can you walk us through? Because I'm just like, I want to know a day in the life of a client of yours, but also, so walk us through. Somebody finds you. Can you tell us like what seems to be the most common pain points for
yep.
people? What your experience is with them or their experiences with you, and then what is the
On the other
transformation on the
side.
other side?
Mhm. Great question. So the majority of clients come to me and they really are just lost. They're running lots of lawyers. So the better they dress, the more money they make. Realtors, it's
Mhm.
really important, right? So I can use those as my prime example. And they know the better they dress, the more money they'll make. So they come to me and they don't even know where to begin. This is post COVID. So a lot of women were in sweatpants for a couple of years, right? So they're
Mm,
so confused as to what to buy.
mm,
And so they're shopping and they have closets full of clothes, but they walk in and nothing aligns with who they've become. They're like, none of this feels like me anymore. I need all new clothes or I need a new signature look. That's when I come in. So I don't work with someone who needs just a few pieces sprinkled in. I don't work with someone who has great style. I work with someone who says, I know I deserve more from my wardrobe. I want to feel different in my wardrobe. And then I come in and we begin with really, I get to know them for a full day,
mhm,
their lifestyle, their body, what they're struggling with. And then I channel the new wardrobe, give them a new capsule ultimately. That is their dream. Like it's picture their vision board just coming to life through their
wow.
wardrobe. And then after working with us, they have a new identity. So
Mm,
before they may have been known as the woman blending in, looking like everybody else, which the majority of women out there are doing right now. You
mm,
won't get judged.
right.
No one's going to critique you. You just keep blending right in and hiding in fabric. So afterwards, your new identity is you're known as the most stylish, whether lawyer, woman in the room, no matter what room you go in. And it is completely authentic to you. Your outside now matches the inside. You've done that work building your business. You just didn't have the clothes that resonated
Mm,
anymore. And that's what I give you. And then ultimately, they step into this new identity. And it's very uncomfortable in the beginning. And so I'm
mhm,
coaching them and guiding them on afterwards. They have to get dressed every day
right.
and they have to think, okay, even if I'm going to be working from home, how do I want to feel? What do I want to attract? What kind of day do I want to have? I'm going to get dressed for it right now. And
Mm,
then it's that habit stacking. So by getting dressed every day in this way, they're figuring out like what they love, what works best for them. And they create a signature look then.
mm,
And they don't shop for 6 months. They're, if they have an event, they walk in a closet. It's ready for them. They have a photo shoot, walk in a closet. They put together some looks for the shoot. So many women are just constantly in this cycle of shopping. I need to buy this. It'll fix my problem. I'm not good enough if I don't have this new trend or this or that. And it's like the clutter is so intense. We break through that clutter, and you literally have probably a fifth of the wardrobe you had before in terms of quantity, but you feel so abundant. It's
mhm,
about less is more. And then outfit repeating, like wearing those favorite looks over and over again to create
mhm.
that signature look. And then what happens for my clients is they make more money, whether my lawyers, they charge more because they look more expensive. My
Mm,
realtors, who are you going to list your home with? You're going to list your home with a realtor that takes care of herself and looks like she's going to take care of your home, right?
absolutely.
You attract a higher level partner. It raises your vibration, and you have to step into ultimately, it's a physical vision board. I'm styling them 3 to 5 years out.
Wow.
They're wearing these clothes now and getting that feeling of who they're becoming, and they attract those things 10 times faster because they feel like her now.
That gave me full body
It's
chills when you said you're styling them 3 to 5 years
three
out.
to
I'm
five.
like, that's not
It's a
even something I've
manifestation
ever
tool.
even thought of.
Yeah. So
Like,
it's
still full
literally,
body chills.
so it's a physical vision board. Like
Mm,
every piece I put on, I'm like, this is my idea. And this is ideally, you put an outfit on and it's like, this is my, you know how it activates you. This is my next level self. You should look in the mirror every day and think, I am so worthy of dressing like her now. She's going to, and so every dollar you invest in your wardrobe, it comes back tenfold. It's just that as women, we are constantly from childhood told we're not worthy of investing in ourselves. And especially our
absolutely.
wardrobe, thinking it's just clothes. This is way more than clothes. This is
Mhm.
like your energetic blueprint. It's how people receive you.
And it's also too like women and then
Moms, oh, this is a
moms, the
another one.
wordiness of point, I'm gonna get spit up all over
Yep,
me, or I've
it
got to
doesn't.
buy my kids clothes or
They've been pouring into. I work with so many mothers who've poured into their children, and they wake up one day and they're like, who am I? What?
Mhm.
They've lost their sense of self and style. And my job is to, I just worked with one in Boulder, and she's a stay-at-home mom. This woman literally looks like a different person after this activation. I literally activated her and showed her how to dress her body. Her body's different.
Mm.
All of our bodies I'm in my mid 40s, but most of my female clients who've had children, especially, like, it's more than likely it's going to be different. And it's okay to dress the body you have now. It's perfect. It's the
Mhm.
clothes you're choosing to put on it that are the problem.
Absolutely.
There's so much, yeah, the moms as a whole, it's whole world of,
Now, when you say, so somebody signs up with you, they find out about you, and you're spending a day or a weekend with them, are you going to their physical location? Are
yeah,
they coming to
I
you?
have to go to them.
You
Yes.
go
So
to
I
them.
get to spend the day with them. Me and my head stylist go to them, and we're going to be in their space for the day, sitting through their entire wardrobe, giving them permission to let go of anything that no longer serves them. We cannot bring in the new without letting go of the past versions of themselves. So this is a powerful personal development journey. It's getting, it's going deep and thinking, okay, I haven't worn this in years. This doesn't look like me anymore. But what most women do is we just keep holding on to it.
Right.
We
Yeah.
just keep buying more, stuffing it in the closet, and then you can't get dressed because it's overwhelming. And then there's so much shame around tags are still on things. Back to sizes. So many of us as women, our sizes are changing frequently. And so a lot of women I find are stuck to their past. Maybe they were a size 2, 4 in the past, and now maybe they're more of a 6. They are holding on to those sizes. And
Right.
more than likely, those sizes will never fit them again. I give them permission. We have to let go of them.
Mm.
And if you do change sizes, you will be abundant enough to be able to afford new clothes. But you need to honor the body that you have now. And your closet should only have the clothes that fit you right now.
And when I hear you say that, it makes me think about what I love so much about your Instagram stories is when you will put like an affirmation and then have the little sticker to affirm
Yeah,
it with
claim it.
me, claim
Yeah.
it. And I that's what I am in My Line Purpose is I'm our mindset coach. I believe so heavily in it. When you're spending your day with your clients, cleaning out their closet and going shopping with them and dressing them, are you just
Oh,
subconsciously
all of it.
reprogramming them the
I'm
whole day?
I'm channeling, yeah, I'm a healer. The
Mm.
moment I walk in their closet, I'm energetically working with them to shift. So it's literally in 30 days, they have quantum shifts because I have understood in their closet, they're sharing with me. All of us, we had those limiting beliefs. I
Mm.
go back to childhood with my clients. What did your mother tell you is you should be wearing? Were you told you could only buy clothes on sale? A lot of women, that story is still running the show.
Right.
My last client, Jessie, was told by a boss 23 years ago, you can't wear skirts. Don't look good in skirts. So Jessie hadn't worn a skirt in 23 years.
Wow.
Shorts are the biggest one. I have the most beautiful clients. I'm in their closet. I'm like, okay, where are your shorts at? And they look at me horrified. I will never wear shorts, Chellie. My legs aren't good enough. I don't feel good in shorts. And my response is, okay, received, understood. The fourth look I put them in here in LA is shorts. And they look in the mirror in a beautiful, fully styled look. And they're like, I look amazing in shorts. Thank you.
Mm.
And so I'm setting them free from the whether society has placed these beliefs on all of us, which it's constant. We're not good enough if our arms aren't
Oh
a
yeah.
stick. Don't
Yeah.
show your arms, don't show your legs, all of these things. And like my job is to, life is too short Like, I'm here to disrupt the industry. I'm here to like share body love. I've struggled with my body my entire life with dysmorphia. We all have dysmorphia. You look in the mirror, you see something that is more than likely not reality. My
Right.
job is to really adjust that with love and help you understand that. Again, nobody, I just did a video yesterday about arms. Like, no one's looking at your arms. If you have on a look and a balanced look that you feel good in, they feel you. No
Mhm.
one's looking at your arms, but we think I have to hide my arms or I have to hide this and that. And it's like, when you feel safe and confident in your clothes and they fit you well, that's what the magic is. You get to wake up every day and put things on that feel good for you. That's what I do. And then give them confidence to wear them, and knowing that every day you have a choice. Let's
Mhm.
make better choices.
I think this will be a perfect segue into a question that I'm so curious to hear your perspective on. I see this as a business coach, and I know that you would see it in the industry that you're in. And it's like the chicken and the egg scenario. What do you say to, or what would you say to somebody who's, I want to elevate my style so I can make more money, but I literally don't have the money to either
Yes.
hire you or go shopping or buy quality garments. And therefore, they're like, so then I don't look the way I would
I
feel to
want.
magnetize the people. It's almost like I want to have a business, but I can't afford to hire a business coach, but I'm trying to
Yep.
figure it out on my own, but I can't do it. What's your response to that?
Oh, and there's another. It's so good. I think you could do it on almost any budget. I think it's energy that you put into it. I think it's number one. My advice is go in your closet, throw out anything that really doesn't fit you, doesn't serve you. And then if you're left with a small rack, like, I want everyone to buy a rolling rack on Amazon, edit every category. And what's left, I hope it's a small rack.
Mm,
And you're going to take that rack. These are your favorite things. Now you can actually see what your favorite things are. You couldn't before because it was smashed between all the other stuff.
right.
Now that it's clear, you have one rack of clothes. Now your job is to take those pieces, spend a couple of hours trying looks on, looking in the mirror, getting inspiration outside of you. So say you have a beautiful white blouse, you want to figure out how to style it. Google it.
Mm,
You're going to get a lot of inspiration and you're going to think, oh, I can do that. You have the clothes in your closet. We don't need the quantity. And then once you style, I'd rather you have 5 looks that you can mix and match. And I'd rather you wear one outfit twice a week than wearing something that doesn't feel good.
yeah, or never
Right?
wearing
Or
something
never
again.
wearing something. Yeah, just repeat what you've one pair of jeans you love. You could wear that same pair of jeans 3 days that week.
Mm,
So invest in one good pair of jeans, one button down. We don't need so much. You can, so I don't think the money is not an excuse. If you had even $1,000, you could have a capsule that actually works. You don't even need to spend a dime. You need to go in with a different lens, and it's the way you view your wardrobe. And go ahead and get some things tailored. More than likely, you're not wearing a lot of these pieces because you haven't tailored them. I tailor almost everything to my
mm,
body.
mm.
And my clients were tailoring so many of their garments. So I know they may have a pair of trousers in the closet. And the reason why they're not wearing them is because they haven't been hemmed properly. So
Right.
you put them on and they're like flooded at the bottom, puddled. Take that trouser, invest $20 in that hem, and hem it so you could wear your little kitten heel or a sneaker. And that investment, now you have a trouser you can wear. Maybe
Mm,
the waistband is a little loose. Go ahead and get it tailored in so it sets on your body perfectly. And now you have a new garment. So
mm.
it's really about like working with what you own. You don't need to spend a dollar. But then back to that, if you want to grow, you've got to invest in yourself.
Yeah,
You have to
you got to
take
get
risk.
creative and
You've
find the
got to get
ways.
creative. You've got to put it on your credit card. You've
Yes.
got to figure it out. And then you have to take action.
Yeah,
That's the only
exactly.
way. It's uncomfortable. but no
Yeah.
excuse. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm of the same mentality. When I think about that $50,000 investment in 2021, it wasn't 50,000 up front. We could pay it over 2 years, but it was a good chunk up front. And we were like,
Yeah.
okay, we're gonna move money around and get a line of credit
Figure
and
it out.
take it off there.
Yeah.
And we knew we would make it back because we were not going to let ourselves down. And we're
Yep.
going to show up because we're investing at such a high rate. Like I
Yeah.
couldn't imagine if I went and took a credit card or line of credit or whatever it might be and borrowed money to go make my wardrobe exactly what I want and then open up my closet and say, I'm not going to wear that today. No, you wouldn't do that. You would
No,
wear it.
you would have to. Yes. It's so powerful.
Okay, so as we start to wrap up, I do have one curious question because I, my whole life, I feel like I've always thought, oh, I don't really know style. I can't figure out style. And I don't know. I just feel like it's always been something challenging for me. And then on the other side of that, something I've always cared about as a like preteen up until now is in the same way that like I imagine you are encouraging people to get up and get dressed for the day and leave
Yep.
the house to look the way they want to look. I've always felt that way about makeup and how I'm like doing my hair, my makeup, making sure that I'm constantly getting my hair trimmed and my makeup's fresh and this sort of thing. And so when you're doing your transformations with people, I think about Queer Eye, right? They've got somebody
Yes.
coming in at every angle. Are you also, what are they doing about their like hair and makeup
Yes. Well,
and the
we
way
are
they look?
doing, yes. So we are also, I'm focused so much on the wardrobe.
Hmm.
Typically, majority of my clients have decent, they are, the hair and makeup is okay, but before their shop, their first one especially, a lot of clients will fly in and they will work with my colorist and stylist here and they will get, so my biggest transformations, like they look like different people because they got a full transformation. And then I bring in, I have one of my best friends is a makeup artist, so she comes and goes to their hotel room and does their makeup before their shop sessions.
Oh,
So then
beautiful.
they walk in, and I would never want them to come to their shop not feeling put together because we're taking photos and they're seeing the next level version of themselves today. Like I'm showing them who they really are. So yes, the hair and makeup of course is important. But once they've done a few seasons, so I have clients who for years have been flying in for their sessions, it's less of a, because they're getting it. I do guide them on that as well, like
Yeah,
gently. And then a lot of my makeup artist does at home. She coaches them on how to do their makeup at home and use
right.
the right skincare. And I also have a facialist here in LA. And so they'll book appointments with my facialist to work on skincare because I think that's
Mm,
one of the most important things of feeling good.
yeah.
A lot of every entrepreneur here wants to be more visible.
Oh,
And I think
absolutely.
the number one way is having that wardrobe. You're going to want to hop on stories. I'm dressed, hair, makeup, killer outfit. I'm typically not seeing client facing every day. No matter what, I'm dressed, ready to go by 8 a.m. And it literally activates me. I'm more productive. I have a better day. I make more money because I know I love my outfit. I show up on stories. There isn't this, oh, I'm not going to show up today. I didn't do my hair.
Right.
I don't personally wear makeup really, but at least I know if I need to get on stories, my outfit is ready to go.
Yeah, you've cut that excuse. It's
That
not going
you
to be an
the
excuse
excuse,
for you.
and it's your habit step. So it's 5 minutes to get dressed in the morning when you know what works for your body, what's your signature look. And like with entrepreneurs, the number one thing is creating that signature look so you build trust. I'm building trust with my jewelry. Every day I wear the same little stack.
Mm,
It is consistent. It is telling people Chelle's consistent. She's trustworthy.
mm.
I wear similar looks day after day and I outfit repeat. And that's telling people Chelle's consistent. I can trust Chellie.
Yeah, she's reliable.
Reliable. And so you have to find what that is for you and then wear it over and over again. You're going to save money and time
Right.
to create your own signature look. And you don't have to invest in a whole new wardrobe. to do that. What are people complimenting you on most? Take note and then just wear it over and over again and keep wearing it differently.
Mm.
And that's
Yeah.
your signature look.
And it's just such beautiful permission because it's like
Right.
the exact opposite of, and
Consumerism and influence. Like, I don't follow a single influencer, not one. I don't care what they're doing. To me, it doesn't, to me, it's not for me.
yeah.
So I want people to find whatever is authentic to them and wear it. And
Mm.
again, we've been conditioned, the limiting beliefs, you can't wear this. You're not good enough if you don't look like this. And they're all lies. And we just have to find our power and decide that we're going to do things differently. And then you do you. You're going
Mhm.
to start seeing how other people respond to you when you're in your power.
So good. Chellie, can you tell us how can people work with you? Where can they find
Yeah.
you? What are your different offers?
Yes, I just have right now I have three offers. My one-on-one, which is my signature service.
Mhm.
That's my bespoke transformation, less than 30 days. And then I'm also offering for the next 3 months a virtual option. So it's a fraction of the investment. It's all virtual, but you still get a beautiful transformation. And then I also have my beautiful membership called the Style Society. It's a style sisterhood. I deliver beautiful style boards every month. Everyone's on their own style journey, but with a small, it's a $500 annual investment. So with that small investment, again, you're investing in your style and yourself. And you can shop the links that I send you. It's the things I'm showing my method clients, and I'm channeling all my codes, style codes every month to help you evolve your style and grow. So
Mm.
those are the three ways
Okay,
that you.
awesome. And what's your Instagram website?
It's at Chellie Carlson, and it's Chellie with a C,
Mm.
Chellie Carlson.
Okay. We'll have that linked in the show
Website, yep.
notes for
Website,
everyone.
ChellieCarlson.com.
Okay, perfect. We'll have it there so everyone who's listening can go back later and click on it. Before we go, Chellie, what would be one piece of wisdom or love,
Ooh,
inspiration that you want to offer to women entrepreneurs about going after their dream?
going after their dream. The universe doesn't give you what you want, it gives you what you're worth, you think you're worth. It's all self worth. And I
It's
work every day on this.
it's all self-worth. It's
All self worth.
when we talk to people about money, we're like, it's all coming down to your worthiness around money.
Yep. So
Mm.
go, and with your style, my number one advice is start today. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. You can be, you can own a stylish identity. Just put on your favorite outfit today and then mix it up tomorrow, put something a little different on. Just keep habit stacking, getting dressed. It's going to change your day. Trust me. Give yourself 30 days.
I'm so grateful that we had this opportunity and
Cute.
to chat together. And I was telling my sister this morning, we were driving to drop her nephew off at daycare, and I said, I'm having you on the podcast. And she was like, "Ooh, that sounds like something I want to manifest for my future." I said, "Oh, it's on my vision
It's
board." I'm
already.
like, it is on my vision board to hire you for the transformation. Like, how amazing is that you
Best
get to
gift.
give that to people?
It's literally, I can't even believe I literally get the honor of working with the most incredible women. And I receive just as much as they do. Every client is so unique and different. And it's such an honor.
Mm,
I'm, I can't even believe I get to do it. But again, it took 40 years and
right.
it's Dave. And I still feel like I'm just beginning.
Yeah.
And literally I'm almost 5 years in and you get it.
Yeah. Yeah,
We have so
exactly.
much to look forward to.
Yeah, and its business is, I think, like a baby. Like it's your business
Yeah.
is five. That still needs a lot
She's
of your attention
yes,
and
a lot.
love. It's baby.
Feeding the baby. Yep.
Yeah, so there's a whole lot of room for growth and opportunity over the next however long.
And
And when
there's
you
so much possibility for there's so much room for everyone. And I'm always all about networking, collaborating, and just when I rise, everyone else rises.
Absolutely. And when you love what you do, you're not thinking about a retirement date. You're not like,
Oh,
oh,
I'm
I've
never gonna stop.
Yeah, you're never going to stop. It's so good. Thank you, Chellie. This has been awesome. I so
Yes.
appreciate your time today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you everybody for listening. Again, the links to connect with Chellie will be in the show notes. Have a great week.